Hi YouTube, this is Mr. Bird 2007 here, and today we're going to be continuing the Bandwagon series, and today I'm going to be talking about a team that, 5 years ago, you probably wouldn't even hear me talking about in this Bandwagon series. And that is the hottest team in the NBA right now. No, it's not the Lakers, but it's their rival, the Clippers! Yes, that's right, the Los Angeles Clippers. Why the Los Angeles Clippers, you may ask? Well, let's see. The Clippers are basically the new Lakers right now. And for decades, the Lakers, they've been the same, big franchise team of Los Angeles. They've defied the city. So, and who can blame them? Over the years, the Los Angeles Lakers have had many, many successes as far as players go. They've had Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Jerry West, Magic Johnson, Kobe Bryant, Shaquille O'Neal, Karl Malone, James Worthy, Michael Cooper, Nick Van Exel. Yes, I know Nick Van Exel, but go on with it. So, and let's not forget about the championships. They're second to the Boston Celtics with 16. So, obviously, they're a successful franchise. They're a storied franchise. They've definitely proven that. While the Clippers, well, they've just kind of been around. And, they both play in the Staples Center, sometimes on the same day, sometimes not. But the Lakers, whenever they sell tickets, they've always been like a hot commodity. If there's a big rival that comes in, say the Spurs or the Trailblazers or whatever, they've always been, they sell out quick. Whereas the Clippers tickets, they've never been. They've been lucky to have a sellout. So why this change, you may ask? Are you a Clippers fan? No. Well, the reason being right now is, the reason why the Clippers are so popular now is simple. They have finally, in their history of their franchise, they finally have good players, they finally have a good team, and it all comes down to their two big stars right now, Chris Paul and Blake Griffin. You have the best point guard in the league with a high flyer known as Blake Griffin, and LA has already become Lob City. And Blake Griffin, hey, I know a lot of people may comment on his looks and say that he's an ugly person, but you know what? The guy can dunk. It's awesome. Who wouldn't love that? So, but does that really mean people are Clippers fans? Not unless you've been cheering for them before Chris Paul, before Blake Griffin. Not to mention they also have a good supporting cast with guys such as, Chauncey Billups and Jamal Crawford. But on the same token, are people hopping on a bandwagon just because they like the Clippers? Maybe, maybe not. I think what a lot of these people are, they're really a fan of the players, not so much the team. If people are a Blake Griffin fan, if people are a Chris Paul fan, then that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. You're admiring a person's talent and ability to play basketball, whatever, and that's okay. But one wonders, let's say the Los Angeles Clippers, let's say, there's this new rookie that's coming out of college, and they want to switch. Let's say they want to switch with, say, I don't know, the New Orleans Hornets. What would happen if the Clippers took, their hot players, Blake Griffin, Chris Paul, Jamal Crawford, Chauncey Billups, and trade them to the Hornets for that one pick? That means New Orleans would become the Lob City. There's no shame in that. There's no shame with following, or liking individual players. There's nothing wrong with that. And I guess my message that I want to say is that, hey, it's okay to be a fan of the player, no matter what team they go to. You will follow them there. You will root for them to be successful. It just seems like it seems that's what's happening with a lot of teams recently, but really right now, the Los Angeles Clippers have really been one of them, especially in the last 2 years. With the last season, it was a shortened season, so they really didn't have time to mesh. But this season, they have just been absolutely phenomenal. They had just coming off a 17-game win streak. They're definitely one of the hottest teams in the Western Conference right now, if not the NBA at this moment. I really do believe that they have the team to win a championship. They could easily definitely go to the conference finals for the West. I was talking with a friend of mine about the Clippers not too long ago, and he believes that it's going to come down to the Clippers and the Spurs for the playoffs. And honestly, I agree. Because last year, or last season when the Spurs and Clippers played, I mean, yes, I am a Spurs fan. I was happy that they beat the Clippers in the playoffs, to advance to the next round. But I was more disappointed in the fact that it was a sweep. I mean, and that's just me. I've never been a big fan of sweeps, even when it's my team that's doing the sweeping. It's like, give us a challenge. I mean, but I do believe that if the Spurs and Clippers do meet in the playoffs this season, it'll be a much more competitive series, because both teams will be matched up fairly well. So we'll see what happens. So anyway, do you guys think that the Clippers are becoming a bandwagon team recently? Let me know. Like, comment, and subscribe. And as always, guys, thank you very much for tuning in, and take it easy. Bye-bye.